It's 4:30 in the morning. The house is silent. I am sitting in front of a camera that costs less than most people's phone, about to record a video that maybe 150 people will see. I am not famous. I am not successful by any normal definition right now, but I will be. I have under 200 subscribers on a channel I just started a year ago, and I'm about to tell you something that took me a long time to understand. Not just know, I feel it in my bones. Potential is comforting, potential is safe, and potential is also the biggest lie you are telling yourself right now. Here is why this matters to you. You have an idea you have been sitting on, a business, a channel, a skill you keep saying you will get serious about. And every time you think about it, it feels good, but in your head. It already works. Nobody has criticized it yet. Nobody has seen it fail. It is still perfect because it is still imaginary. That feeling is comfortable, but it is also costing you everything, one quiet day at a time. Most people think the gap between talented people and successful people is more talent, more luck, or the right opportunity finally shows up. That's the comfortable explanation. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The gap is not talent. The gap is number of imperfect, embarrassing, not ready actions you were willing to take while everyone else was still planning. I am not telling you this from a stage. I am telling you this from inside it right now, with rough lighting, an unpolished voice, and videos that barely anyone has watched. I am proof of both sides of this exact issue, and I am going to show you exactly what that looks like. Here's where we are going. First, why potential feels so good that we never wanted to leave it. Then the real gap between people who have talent and people who have results. Then my own story. What 4:30 mornings, under 200 subscribers, and 9 rough videos have actually taught me. Then why execution feels worse before it feels better, and why that's exactly the point. Then the lie hidden inside the word someday. And finally, what actually separates the people who build something real from the people who only ever almost did. If you have been waiting for the right moment, the right plan, the right amount of readiness, this video is going to take away that excuse from you. If you are on this journey with me, subscribe. This channel exists to document exactly this process in real time with nothing hidden. Let's get into it. Potential feels good. It costs nothing. It risks nothing. When you say, I could start a business or I could make YouTube videos, you get a feel of ambitious without ever being judged for failing because you haven't tried yet. This is why so many talented people stay stuck in planning phase for years. They research, they plan, they tell people what they are going to do. Every conversation about the dream releases the same dopamine as actually doing it without any of the risk. You get to feel like the person who is about to do something big indefinitely, because the moment you start, you risk finding out you might not be as good as you imagined. Potential is the safest place to live. It is also the most expensive, because every day you stay there is a day you are not becoming who you actually could be. There is a specific gap between people who have talent and people who have results. It is not intelligence, it is not luck, it is not even hard work in the abstract sense. It is the willingness to produce something imperfect in public repeatedly before you feel ready. Most talented people are perfectionists internally, which means they wait for the conditions to be right, the skills to be sharp enough, the plan to be airtight. But the market, the audience, the world does not reward your internal readiness. It rewards what you actually ships. A mediocre video posted is worth indefinitely more than a perfect video that exists only in your head. Execution is not the opposite of quality. Execution is how quality is built, through reps, feedback, and failure in public. There is no other path to it. I am not telling you this as theory. I am living both sides right now. I started this channel with 0 subscribers. I record at 4:30 in the morning when the house is quiet, before the day starts pull me in every direction. My early videos are rough. The lighting isn't great. My delivery isn't smooth. Some have barely any views. But I didn't wait until I feel ready. I didn't wait for a better gear and a perfect plan. Every single video has taught me things that months of planning never could. That stacking of small skills in editing, scripting, and confidence is only exist because I shift before I was ready. If I had stayed in potential mode, I'd still be at zero videos. Instead, I have so much. A system and a real one, even if small momentum. The gap between the dreamer and the doer is closed by nothing except starting. Nobody warns you about this part. The moment you move from potential into execution, things get harder, not easier. Your first attempts will be worse than what you imagine in your head. This is the exact point where most people quit. Not because execution doesn't work, but because they mistake the discomfort of being a beginner in public for proof that you made a wrong choice. The gap between your taste and your current skill level is the most painful part of any creative and ambitious pursuit. Every person who has ever built something significant lived inside the gap years before it closed. The discomfort is not a sign that you should stop. It is the exact mechanism by which potential becomes skill. There is no shortcut around it. There is only the decision to keep going while it still feels bad. Someday is the most dangerous word in the human vocabulary. It sounds like a plan. It is actually a permission slip to do nothing today. Someday I will start the business. Someday I will post consistently. Someday when things calm down, when I have more time, when conditions are better. Conditions are never going to feel perfectly ready. People who build the things are not the one who waited for the ideal conditions. They are the one who executed inside imperfect conditions repeatedly until the conditions changed because of what they built. Today is the only day that had ever existed for anyone who built something real. Someday is not a future date. It is a story you told yourself to avoid today. Nobody remembers your potential. Nobody is impressed by what you almost did, what you were planning to do, what you definitely would have done if circumstances had been different. The world only ever responds to what you actually put on it. Your channel, your business, your skill, your art. None of it exists until it is executed. However messy, however imperfect, however far from your original vision, the gap between the vision of you who only has potential and the version of you who has results is not talent. It is the number of imperfect actions you were willing to take while everyone else was still planning. Potential is a lie until you execute it. Not because potential isn't real, but because it dies the moment you choose to protect it instead of spend it. So here's where this leaves you. You come into this video with an idea you have been protecting, polishing it in your own head, waiting for the right moment, the right resources, the right version of yourself to finally begin. That version of you is never coming. Not because you are not capable, but because readiness isn't a feeling you arrive at. It is a feeling you only get after you have already started. I am not where I want to be yet. Under 200 subscribers doesn't feel like success. Recording at 4:30 in the morning with a rough light doesn't feel like success. But every single video I shipped imperfect, unpolished, far from what I imagined has moved me closer to something real. Potential never did that. It just keep me comfortable and unchanged. So whatever it is you have been sitting on, start it today, not someday, not when it's ready, today. Exactly as messy and unpolished as you are right now. The only thing standing between your potential and your results is today's imperfect action. This channel exists to document that process, mine in real time, with nothing hidden. If that's the journey you want to be part of, subscribe. Watch me figure out this mistake by mistake, video by video, because that's the way only of this has ever actually worked. Potential is a lie until you execute it. I am done protecting mine. Go execute yours.